come to Janakkalan High School, and well, we have a couple hours time. So I think what we do is we give some time to our students to let you know some experiences living in Janakkala, living in Finland, and studying in our high school. And I must say, I do really appreciate the students who came here today, because actually we have exam week in Finland in high school. Always the last week of the period is like exam. But I think what we could do, Kia, please start. Let us know. How you have been here 2 years now, so how has it been?
It's been a really great experience for me here. It has some ups and downs, of course, but everything turned out pretty fine, and I really appreciate everyone for letting me to here as well as study here.
Yeah. Sitting here compared to, for example, in Vietnam? What is good in Finland?
Well, mostly there's like a lot of teachers who really want to help us to improve, and in Finnish, and of course in every other subject, and also because guys, she helped me a lot with a lot of questions that I had during the year and the last year. So it was really nice that I was given a lot of help in school, as well as outside school if I wanted anything to ask about.
Having the experience with the international students a lot, and what they usually ask from us or from the whoever from Finland, they ask how long it takes for you to get to know the lifestyle of Finland. And I would ask the question from you is that how long did you have to live here before there was no anymore big surprises on how you live here?
It takes a couple of months because at first there's a lot of things and the language, and not everyone who's every day are fluent in English, so it's not that easy to communicate with everyone to ask about anything. So, but after a few months and just asking questions, I get settled down, and the new surprises, they became not much surprising. And it's still hard, but I still have to try more.
Yeah. Have you ever felt that you need to escape from Janakkala because it's a small city?
Sometimes if I feel bored, yeah. It's
Janakkala is quite big. Compared to Honkala.
Compared to other cities that everyone asking.
I think in Turenkin there is pitää some help. And Georg is more outgoing person, so maybe it's easier for you to have a conversation in Finnish language. And that one thing our Finnish teacher is letting us know that some young people, mostly Finnish teacher students, are better in writing in Finnish than the other students who have moved into Finland maybe 5 years ago and studied in a normal secondary school, Finnish secondary school. They are more easier to talk and understand, but then when it comes to the writing, I think students from ACE are maybe more skillful in that. And I think it's something to do with the Finnish language courses you are taking, that you have to write a lot Finnish language. Okay.
Or different kind of mushrooms, what we have in the forest. So she does so much work to understand our like nature and everything, what happens.
That's why she likes biology.
And Mori, I think you love science. In general.
She looks scientist.
You like science, and you will be a scientist. I know you will. And I hope you stay in Finland. I hope you will stay in Finland. But I think you will be a great scientist.
Usually, sometimes the new people asks about our school system, and here we witnessed what our school system is for. That the teachers, the staff, they know the students. They know what they, who they are, what they want to learn. Them in person, and that is the strength of our school system, that we care about the students, who they are, what they want to do, and where they are going. That was a great example of what might be that in some other countries you don't have, but in here they really care about you. People in the schools, they care about you and your well-being.
That's great. So at least 1 week before. And we normally have some kind of activities. This autumn we will have a camp for all of our students. And in that camp they will get to know each other and Finnish habits, of course, swimming and sauna and everything what is important to us. And we are also visiting Hämeenlinna. We show those buses, even though Kyot didn't remember that
But it's hard when everything
there.
is new.
Yeah, there is so many new things.
Yeah.
We also visit library and different shops.
Pharmacy.
Yeah, and of course apartments are quite strange thing for Asian or students who come in the different countries, because even our doors are a little tricky, and how to use the oven and how to open the window, and everything is new. So yes, there is lots of my team workers who are with the new students.
We're here with one of the most experienced teacher who has spent a lot of time with our international students. And first of all, thanks for your time. Please introduce yourself and tell us more about what you do with the students and what is exactly the relation between.
Okay, so I'm Päivi Lehto and I'm special teacher here in Yanakkala High School. Has been here 2 years with project Money. And last year, when we had the first Finest Future students, I was their group leader, and there was also one Ukrainian and one Polish student, and they were one whole group. And we had one time a week. What is opinto-ohjaus? Study counseling. Study counseling. Yes. So we saw each other once a week for an hour, and I think that was the best thing we did last year. And then they had only language studies and art studies first, and then I had the first real subject in I think it was in 4th period, which was health education, and I taught also this health education, but also studying techniques. So they could take the techniques to all of their studies, and. Well, because I'm a special teacher, I think that we have to concentrate to language and the words, and so they get the words which they need in real subject and in everyday life here at school.
Okay, so you said about the language, so it's like What is your feeling and your experience at the time of their arrival and the level of like the language that they know?
Well, it depends on person, but I think this year's students have more skills than the first ones, and I think that's because they were interviewed in English. Than in the first year, and the second year they were interviewed in Finnish, and I think the skills were better. They are very shy to speak Finnish and communicate with that, but I have support them that and this year they have always, when they met me, they have always speaking Finnish, so that their skills has been better. And also this year they were mixed with Finnish students. They were big. The group was bigger, but there was also Finnish-speaking students, and I think that was better. But they had a real subject straight on the first period, and it was very, very hard for them. So to the scheduling, we have to do some changes next year. Yeah.
So then it's like when you said like they are combined with the other Finnish students. Do you receive any kind of like complaints or like nagging or something like from the Finnish students? That
I think only because of language, because teachers have to speak slower. Yes, and that's a bit boring to some students, but not. I think not this year's students. It was the first year. They were mixed this year to two groups. So they were last year one group, and then they were mixed to Finnish guys, and the skills were the skills weren't so good that it should be on the second year.
But don't you think that it's like mixing them together will help both of them, so they're connecting with the other cultures at the same time? This like international student will like connect and scale up their own like level of language.
Yes, I think it's better way, and we speak only Finnish in lesson. So when they don't know what to do, then they can ask from the other students, what should I do in English, but otherwise they speak Finnish. And I think that's I have learned cultural sensitive, and I think that's what Finnish guys learn, and I think it's a bilateral
relation between students. That's exactly what we are looking for, because connecting the both society is like the most important issue after arrival, and we are like trying to figure out what are the barriers, what can help, and then one of the reasons that we are talking now is like to like hear from you what we can do more, what we need to do like before they're coming to Finland, to make them ready, and then at the same time also we can, because we are here, we can help the Finnish students, so kind of like not directly but indirectly, so we can like involve them in some like activities. So what do you think? What is your suggestion?
Well, this last period this year we had 5 students who came from Myanmar, and they were acting in English lessons, and I taught them Finnish and in health education lessons, and I think that was the most that was perfect, because they are in one period and they are doing some subject, but the most thing is to get along in school, and they know what period means and what subject they are going to have, and this study counseling I do also, and well, this year we have also TET-opintojakso, which means that we were with 18 years old students. We visited some firms here in Janakkala, and they learned about business and and working areas in Finland. So I think that's the cultural thing that we can give them, that they understand what the culture here in Finland is, and in that place we visited a church, and they had a cafeteria. And we planned a cafeteria which is twice a month, and there is Finnish speaking older people and our young to speak Finnish in free time. And I think that's the most important thing, that they in free time can speak Finnish with ordinary
So it was
people.
like a free discussion
Yes.
with those people
Yes.
at the church.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. It helps
And
them like.
Yes. And I think that that should be also at high school, that they in free time spend time together, because that's when the skills go better, when they speak Finnish and understand what is youth in Finland. So I think that because high school is they have to study very hard, and it's the days are long. So I understand that they are speaking their own language on free time at school, because it's so hard to speak Finnish and hear Finnish and write in Finnish in every lesson. So I think that it's also important that they can speak with their own language at school also when they are not at lessons. But that's also very difficult because they are one whole group and they don't mix to Finnish people when they don't have lessons. And I think that's something that should be otherwise.
Yes. Okay. So you said that like one of the hardest language, but did you know that in ranking, what is the place of Finnish language as the hardest language?
No, I don't know.
14th.
Yeah.
And do you know like what other languages like above that? The first is Mandarin.
Okay. Yeah.
And then even Turkish and Persian and Hungarian. They're all more difficult than Finnish language. So anyone who is complaining about the Finnish language, so 14th in the world. So it's like a don't complain. So
no, and I don't say that. I say that this is a language, and if you want, you can learn it.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we are like a drafting some like a intercultural communication and cultural exchanges, and then I think through us or Finest Future, we will also like let you know more about the details, and also we are like asking for help, because like the most important party of that would be the schools and the people at school. So we want to like not only they come here, learn the language, study, and then just finish it, go to university. We want integration, which is like really important for both culture, both society, and they exchange, you know. So of course it has to be respect for both sides, but at the same time learn from each other. That's how the diversification will help us for a better future, that we are looking for that.
Yes.
And so this is like it's a good news for future. We are like working on that, and we are learning. And this year, the first batch will be graduated.
Yes.
And they are like receiving a lot of like good results.
Yes.
They have been, on average, really good when it comes to matriculation results. Have been accepted to universities.
Ooh, wow.
Also, some
of
them. And I think it's like from Finest Future, you are like the students now. They are in the third year. Or like their second year, they are finishing. So the next summer they will be graduated. So we are expecting that. Okay, we are hoping that in 3 years they will finish that.
Yeah.
But like finally, what would be your recommendation for the students who are already studying the language? They want to come here, like to Finland. And the one who hasn't decided yet. So they want, because they're like, should I or shouldn't I? Then they're like there are a lot of barriers. But what would you first like maybe 3 things that they need to focus, either they decide to come or move forward or to consider as a like
I think the most important thing is that their well-being is good, because we have many students which has they study. They go to social work or psychology, because this cultural thing is so huge, and I have seen that some of the youngs come here to have a free life without their parents, and I think that should be in the interviewing. That should be one question. Why are you coming here? Do you want to go away from your family and get free? Because in Finland, youngsters are so free that they easily think that studying in high school is easy and I don't have to study at all. So if you come to Finland and you want to study here, you have to be motivated to learn the Finnish language, because that's the only way to get to university or like that. But what well-being is something I don't know the key for that, but when I'm teaching health education, we talk about sleeping and social media and
eating healthy, exercising.
yes, like that, and that's something that should be. They have to know that, because this is we have very dark autumn and a very long winter, and maybe October is the one point when they are very tired, and then there is very many months still to summer. So I think it would be very, very good if they come here at spring. They study a bit, and they study these cultural things, and they study what is high school studies in Finland, what kind of they are, and that they get used to Finnish students and teachers and honestly, and they know what we hope they do in high school, what kind of studying they have to do, and then they have summer holiday when they can learn the Finnish culture from other side, and I think then they can be ready to high school studies.
Okay. So well-being is like the most important.
It is.
Kind of
it
like
is. Yeah.
Priority. So
yes,
you have
and
to
skills to manage stress, because we have these exam weeks.
Yes.
Now they had 8 exams.
Good. Okay, so it's like I just end up this discussion with like what we have learned. So you have, but also like kind of mention it. We have like our own product. It's a scientific product actually.
Okay. Yeah.
It's based on neuroscience, and we are like helping them like a spiral from the first week that they are studying. So they're coming up.
Yeah.
And then we have like stress management, anxiety management, and also once a month, like they have psychology therapy sessions. So they're
Very
getting
good.
ready for their future.
Yes.
So I'm really happy that I'm
You're
without any like discussion before. So we have created this product, and now we think that the future students they're like mostly more ready for their like future here.
And if I was boss for everything, I would take these youngs to families, but I know it's not possible because living alone or living with somebody is also stressful, and some of these students want to live alone and needs that, and some of them needs some friends there, and they are from different family cultures, and it's very stressful for adults, and it's very, very stressful to youngs also.
Exactly. I'm happy that we had this discussion, and looking forward to further discussion before. Maybe next autumn we will also come to Yanaga again. And hopefully we can have like maybe students from other countries here through Finance Future. And I wish all the best for you, your colleagues, and also our students here.
Thank you.
Thank you.